Hey everyone and welcome. Today I'll be explaining what my video project for the month is. So I decided to do a minute a day, meaning some of these will be shorts that will go up on my channel. Some are just random shorts that may not, and some will just be random 1 minute videos that will fulfill the month goal. So this project started on December 1st. So this project started on Friday. This project will start on December 1st and go all the way through to the 31st. So you might be seeing this on the 31st of December or the 1st or 2nd of January, depending on when I can edit it all together. So yeah, I just wanted to have fun. Some of this will be disability and accessibility related. Some of it will just be random things that I come across. I just wanted to do something interesting this month, and I thought trying to do a month-long project would work. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy the 1 minute extravaganza you're going to be getting, and I shall see you next year. That still sounds weird to say, even though there's only 4 months left in the year. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next year. Bye everyone. I am in the QVD having a look at the giant Christmas tree, and oh my lordy. I can't even take a photo in front of it because it's so big. And it keeps on going. And it goes all the way down there. Oops. I don't want to lose my phone. The base of the tree. I invite you to my room tour before I have to start packing it up. Here are some of my favorite Christmas wardrobe items. Let's start off because I'm already wearing it. My Winnie the Pooh nightie. A Grinch pajama top. I also have a nightie that's the same. A cat wrapped in Christmas lights Christmas shirt. A white tiger wearing a Christmas hat top. I have a couple of Australian themed ones. This is a cockatoo in a wreath. Accessory is this cute headband. A cute little charm bracelet with red, silver and green jingly balls. Christmas tree dangly earrings. So for day 4, we're going to talk about Blue Eye Samurai, a new Netflix animated series that I simply adore. 1, I like Mizu's journey, even though it's one of revenge. Another reason why I love this is because it's set in Edo, Japan. 3, I love the animation style, and it's gorgeous to look at. Number 4 is the amazing soundtrack. We've also got 2 disabled characters within this. Master Eiji, who is blind and is a blacksmith. Second is a young man by the name of Ringo, Ringo has no hands, and to see how he copes with his physical disability in the 17th century is quite interesting. For day 5, I want to talk about Final Fantasy 16 and whether or not it's accessible or approachable. For some context, I've been trying to figure out how to approach this topic since June. I personally do not think it is actually accessible, but it is actually approachable. One, I do not actually like the idea of accessibility being tied to in-game items, like the Ring of Timely Healing, the Ring of Timely Evasion, and the ring that you can use to control Torgal. I still think it's a great game, but no. Final Fantasy 16 is not accessible, but it can be fun. So day 6 is going to be interesting because I currently can't film anything while sitting up for too long. I threw my back out, you see. How did I do that? A combination of a very bumpy ride home on a bus over the weekend and sleeping weird. Back pain sucks. I can't sit up. I can't even get into my wheelchair. It took me 10 minutes to get down the stairs this morning, and half an hour to try to figure out how to get up from the position I was lying in, and then I had to figure out how to get onto the toilet. Back pain in general is uncomfortable, but back pain when you have a physical disability and you don't have enough mobility as it is extraordinarily hard. For day 7, I want to share with you some interesting Australian traditions for Christmas. Because it's summer here in Australia, 1, we have backyard cricket. 2, we also go to the beach quite frequently. There is a Christmas tradition of Santa on a surfboard, wearing a singlet, shorts, and a thongs, or flip-flops, depending on where you are in the world. Santa also gets beer on Christmas Eve. You know when you put out carrots, cookies, and milk for the reindeers and for Santa? Sometimes there'd also probably be beer too, because he's got a long journey from the North Pole to Australia to the rest of the world, and he probably needs a drink or 5. Let me know some of your Christmas and holiday traditions. Day 8, the importance of a hug. Well, this one's totally out of left field, but bear with me and I'll explain. A hug can convey a lot of things. You can tell someone how you feel with a hug. A hug can make you feel better. It can also show someone how much you love them and how much you care about them. Sometimes a big old bear hug is all you need to get you through the week. And like I said, I know it's totally left field, but hugs are important. Whether that's human hugs or hugs with animals. A good old hug can make the world of difference. I'll see you tomorrow. So for day 9, we're going to be talking about the sunflower. Why are we talking about the sunflower? Because the sunflower is the international sign for hidden disability, whether that's blindness, deafness, autism, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, and a myriad of other disabilities that cannot be seen by the common eye. Even though I am a wheelchair user, I still have a sunflower lanyard. And here is why. I travel on public transport a lot. So with this lanyard, I can just pinch the buckle and it comes apart. I can tap on, boop. Then when I am finished, it can just slip back into place. I love sunflowers. So the fact that the sunflower is the sign for a hidden disability is pretty cool to me. For day 10, I want to talk about Studio Ghibli's newest movie, The Boy and the Heron, directed by the legendary Hayao Miyazaki. Well, the first thing that I can say about this movie, as always, it is absolutely stunning to look at. The music by Joe Hisaishi is equally brilliant. The Japanese voice cast is awesome, because that is the language that my cinema was playing it in. But in all honesty, I do not know how to explain this movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I can't explain to you what happens in it. And it's fantastical, and there's kind of time travel-y aspects to it. It's not my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I would recommend The Boy and the Heron. I do actually really like it. It's not my favorite Studio Ghibli movie ever created. That will always go to Howl's Moving Castle. It's still a good time. This actually would have been a good movie to actually watch in English, mostly because I want to see Robert Pattinson's version of the Heron, because I've seen the English trailer, and I didn't actually know that was Robert Pattinson at first. I mean, the Robert Pattinson, you know, Cedric Diggory, Edward Cullen, the Batman. Just a side note to finish this, I do actually think the runtime could have been condensed just a tiny bit. I mean, Studio Ghibli movies are known for being long anyway, but probably cutting it down by half hour would have benefited. Still liked it, even if I didn't know what was going on half the time. Hey everyone! For this week, you're going to be getting my favourites of the year. So for day 11, let me tell you about some of my favourite games of the year. Coming in at number 3, we have Final Fantasy XVI. Now, the Final Fantasy series has been one of my favourites since I was a teenager. Final Fantasy XVI may not be my favourite entry in the series, but I really did actually enjoy it. At number 2, we have Spider-Man 2. I really do love Insomniac's take on the Spider-Man franchise, and the accessibility features within that game are some of my favourites ever. And at number 1, it's no surprise that Hogwarts Legacy takes my personal game of the year. Why? Because not only is the game beautifully crafted, it's also a fantastic RPG set within a world that I have loved since I was a teenager. For day 12, we're going to talk about my favourite books of the year. Now, I didn't read a whole lot this year, but there were some that actually stood out to be, well, my favourites. Coming in at number 4 is Starter Villain by John Scalzi. I really love this. Number 3 is A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. Number 2 is Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, a Sleeping Beauty retelling where what if there was a reason why the maiden was actually asleep. At number 1, we have Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson, and it's a loose retelling of The Princess Bride, where what if Buttercup went after Wesley. For day 15, we're going to be talking about the mnemonic Australian Slip Slap Slop slogan. Now, this slogan is to help prevent unhealthy sun exposure, and this is how we do it. So slip, slop, slap refers to slipping on a shirt or a rash guard, slopping on some sunscreen, except I slopped a little too much, and slapping on a hat, preferably a sun hat. And if you can't find a hat, a small umbrella will also help you too. Stay safe out in the sun, people, especially during this very hot Australian summer. For day 16, we're going to talk about not being perfect and how that is okay. It is okay to make mistakes, right? Some people may think no, it's not, but it's also known as running your own race. Or because one person does things one way, doesn't mean you have to do it their way. You are fine and you are perfect doing it your own way. Despite what other people may tell you, doesn't matter if you do it fast, whether you do it slow. Find the right balance for what is okay for you. It is okay to make mistakes. You are human after all. For day 17, we're going to be talking about some of my favourite songs of the year. Number 1, we have Lord of the Lost and their cover of The Look by Roxette. Number 2, we have Electric Callboy, and that is Every Time We Touch. Number 3, we have Diamante by Temperance. Number 4 is Kamos by Apocalyptica. 5, we have Seth by Ad Infinitum. Number 6, Visions of Atlantis and their song Clocks. Number 7, we have Nana War of Steel and Joachim Burden with Pasadena 1994. Number 8, we have Blackbriar and their song Rose Red and Snow White. At number 9, we have Peyton Parrish with Fenrir. Number 10, we have Guy Sebastian, I Chose Good. For day 18, we're going to talk about some releases that I am anticipating for next year. These are between games and books. We've got Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Princess Peach Princess Peach Magical Girl Style. How Could I Resist? Rise of the Ronin, Persona 3 Reload, A Sorceress Comes to Call by T. Kingfisher, The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton, Trails from Daybreak, Song of the Six Realms by Judy I. Lin, Hellblade 2. Next is the next book in John Glynn's The Bloodsworn Saga. Then there's Greedfall 2 and The Wolf Among Us 2. So those were some of my anticipated releases for 2024. Let me know some of yours. For day 19, let's do an old YouTube staple and let me show you what I carry around in my bags. So we're going to go through what's in my handbag, and then I'm going to show you a couple of items that are situational that I carry around with me in a bigger bag. So let's hop into this, shall we? First things first, my travel lanyard, my Pikachu wallet, a little container with Nurofen and an antihistamine, the lanyard with my MLAC key, air freshener, my sunglasses, a container with my tampons in it, my keys, a metal straw, small tube of perfume, hand cream. This one is Satsuma Mandarin. A tube of lip balm. Is a high-vis vest. For day 20, we're going to go over with what's on my phone. The first ones we're going to start off with are my banking app, my 3 audiobook apps, Audible, Everend, and Google Books, my Spotify, my support worker app called Higher Up, my Samsung Health, where I track my swimming and my cycle, Uber Eats, my YouTube and my YouTube Studios. And we have my editing apps. Then we've got the Australia Post app, my magnifying apps, a spin wheel to figure out what I am reading or playing next, my Galaxy wearable app for my smartwatch. So that is what I currently have on my phone. For day 21, let's talk about some Christmas movies and some Christmas TV shows. I'm going to start off with one of the ones that was my favourite growing up, and that's the Muppets Christmas Carol. And we've got the Santa Claus, which has Tim Allen in it. A couple of other Christmas Carol retellings. There's one with Jim Carrey, one with Kelsey Grammer. We've got a cute little series called Dash and Lily. Then we've got the iconic The Grinch Who Stole Christmas and its many versions. But there's also a cute little Christmas movie called Klaus, which tells the origin story of Santa. Now, those are just a couple of recommendations for you. Let's see how many Christmas songs I can get within the time frame. Silent Night, Oh Holy Night, Last Christmas, Blue Christmas, Jingle Bell Rock, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Santa Baby, Jingle Bells, The 12 Days of Christmas, The 12 Days of Aussie Christmas. And yes, people, that's a thing. Away in a Manger. No. The First Noel. All I Want for Christmas Is You. So for day 23, I'm going to show you the Christmas warehouse in Castle Towers. Hey everyone, just wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, have a happy whatever you celebrate. And enjoy time with your family or your friends. Or if you're on your own, make the best of it. I hope you enjoy all the food, that you get a lot of nice little prezzies, and I hope that you stay safe, cool if you're here in Australia, warm if you're overseas and it's snowing. Don't overexert yourself, and do not overeat. A food hangover is worse than an alcohol hangover. Wishing everyone the best and stay safe during the holiday period. See ya.